Welcome to Season 2, Episode 11 of the Landmark Sports Show with John and Aaron.
Broadcasting live from Landmark High School on this Monday, November 20th.
Yup, tough week at school today.
Yeah.
Today.
Busy week. Mini P-BATs.
Yeah, huge test.
Big test. Ant just killed a U.S. history test.
Yup, too easy. All right.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about work. We're here to talk about sports.
That's right.
All right. Leading off today, we're going to talk about Michael Bisping versus Kelvin Gastelum predictions and an announced title fight for UFC 219.
Nice. Let's do it. Let's get it going. Tell us.
Okay, so Michael Bisping versus Kelvin Gastelum is going to happen this Saturday in Shanghai, China. I think that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a middleweight fight, 5 rounds. Michael Bisping, the former middleweight champion, ranked number 2, fighting number 9 ranked Kelvin Gastelum.
Should be a good fight.
I think it should be.
Is this the one that Bisping's stepping in on after an injury?
No, not after an injury. After Anderson Silva tested positive.
That's right.
The fake greatest of all time.
So Bisping's 2 and Gastelum's 9.
Mm-hmm.
But Gastelum's got something for him, right? What do you think?
Gastelum, I think is going to use his knockout power.
Yeah? Try to knock him out early?
Yep. I guess we're getting into the predictions.
Might as well. How do you see this one going? What do you think?
I think first round knockout, Kelvin Gastelum.
Really?
Yep.
That'd be a big win for him, huh?
Yeah. Gets him one step closer to the title.
Yeah, because if he's at 9, if he wins, if he knocks him out in the first round, where do you think he'd go up to?
Number 3.
You think? He'd jump over all those other guys?
I think so.
And where would Bisping fall to, you think?
I think Bisping would fall to maybe number 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And who's one in there right now?
Number 1 is Robert Whittaker.
Okay.
And the champion is George St. Pierre.
So potentially Gastelum could get a title fight if he wins this one?
I believe so.
All right. So you think knockout first round Gastelum?
Yep. What's your prediction?
I'm going to take Bisping because, like I said last time we were on the show, I really admire the fact that he's the one he said, we'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I respect that about him, and I think a lot of fighters say that, but they don't always back it up, and he's backing it up. I mean, he just fought, 3 weeks ago?
Yep.
So good for him. I'm a fan.
Okay, so you're going to take Michael the Count Bisping?
That's right. I'm taking the count. I'm taking him in a decision all the way.
Okay. That would be good. All right. So, you folks are wondering, what title fight just got announced for UFC 219?
I'm excited. I don't even know. Breaking news.
So, it's going to be a women's featherweight title fight between former Strikeforce featherweight champion and current UFC featherweight champion Chris Cyborg will fight the former UFC women's bantamweight champion Holly Holm.
Oh, Holly Holm coming back.
Yep.
All right. When's this going to be?
UFC 219 on December 30th.
All right.
That's supposed to be the card Rivera is going to fight on.
Okay. That's a big pay-per-view card?
Not really.
No.
They lost their big fight, so yeah.
Well, what do you think about this fight? You don't have to give your prediction yet, but is this one you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think Holly could give Cyborg some trouble.
Have they fought before?
No, they have not.
No.
This is going to be the first time they've ever fought.
And Holly made her name beating, what's her name, right?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey.
Right, that's where she really made her name. But then didn't she get beat right after that?
Yeah, she lost via 5th round choke to Miesha Tate.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's she been doing since then?
So she just won her last fight to Betch Correia via 3rd round knockout. So yeah.
Okay, so she's kind of back on the groove.
Yep.
All right, so we won't give our predictions away for this one yet, right? We got a couple weeks still to go.
Exactly. Next month.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Any other UFC news?
Not today. Because it's only Monday, so no news today.
Yeah, we'll get to people next week with some stuff.
Yeah.
So let's get to the NFL then, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty exciting weekend in the NFL.
That's right. It's Thanksgiving week.
Woo-wee. Hard to believe we're already to Thanksgiving week.
Exactly, and the next month is Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they've already started playing Christmas music. So
yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, I was listening to it yesterday. All right, so we have 3 games this week that we're looking forward to. First one, Lions against the Vikings. As we all know, Lions always play on Thanksgiving Day. This is their home field advantage. The second game, this is also going to be on Thanksgiving Day. It's right after the Vikings-Lions game. Chargers against the Cowboys.
Should be an interesting one.
And then, I think this is game of the week all the way. Saints versus the Rams.
That's a huge game.
That is. But let's start with the Vikings versus the Lions.
All right. When Ant brought this one in this morning, my immediate reaction was Vikings big. I even wrote it on our paper. Big, big, big. So I was very impressed by the Vikings against the Rams this week. I actually picked the Rams to win last week against the Vikings.
Yeah, and I picked the Vikings. I got that right. Ha!
Ant's been killing me here.
Yeah, that's right.
But I was impressed. I thought that was a statement win by the Vikings. Their defense is for real. They can run the ball. They're a really good team. I think the Lions are just kind of an average 500 team. I know you think they're gonna have a little magic on Thanksgiving, but I think the Vikings are gonna win this one going away.
I think the Lions are gonna win this game. They always win on Thanksgiving. They're gonna pull it off again this year. I think the Vikings are gonna lead by a few points, and the Lions are gonna come back and they're gonna win.
Okay, we'll find out.
That we will, my friend.
We love it when we have different picks around here.
Yep, and we got another different pick. Chargers against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So, the Chargers killed the Bills last night.
Another one I got wrong, and I think you got right.
I got that right. Yes.
This is 2 weeks in a row. You're crushing me.
Yes. It's a Daniel Bryan movement. Yes. I told you. Chargers, do not mess around with them.
No.
I mean, they may be 4-6, but they're a much better team than 4-6.
They rolled the Bills. They crushed them.
Yep. And what happens? I think the Chargers are going to make it to the playoffs. I think they're going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. They're right there.
AFC's not that great this year.
No, and the way that the Chiefs are really, they're struggling now, and so the West is kind of wide open, and then who knows for that wild card. I mean, right now I think the Bills have it at 5-5, so
yeah,
the Chargers are right there.
Exactly. So, and the Cowboys, they got crushed by your team yesterday after you were worried that the Cowboys might win?
I wasn't worried. It was
you were.
It was one of those games. It's in the division, it's on the road. And the Eagles came out a little flat, but I felt really good about the second half.
Cowboys suck. They don't even have Elliott anymore.
Yeah, they got enough firepower, though. So I'm picking them. I'm picking the Cowboys over the Chargers. There's another team, always plays on Thanksgiving, always plays well on Thanksgiving. I might just be trying to jinx them by saying they're going to win, but I think the Cowboys are going to win this one.
And I think the Chargers are going to win this one.
All right.
And I actually think it's going to be a blowout. I think Chargers got this game easily.
That'd be great.
Yep. And then, game of the week, folks. It took us a while to decide who's going to win this one. But Saints versus the Rams, I'm praying to God that it's going to be on TV. Please.
Yeah, it really needs to be. I was stuck with some bad games this week. I really wanted to see the Vikings-Rams game, and it wasn't on. I had the Giants, and then later on...
it was Oakland against New England.
Right, and also the Bills against the Chargers, so yeah. I was disappointed. I hope this is on, too.
I think this game will be on. It's at 4:25.
Oh, yeah, probably then. Probably the game of the week.
Yeah, so, John, what is it about this game that stands out the most?
I think this is an interesting game. I think it's a sort of a desperation game for the Rams. I mean, not that they're not going to probably win the division, get in the playoffs, but I think this week was a setback for them, losing to the Vikings. If they lose to the Vikings and then the Saints, especially if it's convincingly back-to-back weeks, I think people are going to start to feel like they were a little bit fraudulent, and they're not quite there yet. So I think it's a really important game for the Rams. And I think that the Saints are, besides the Eagles, I think that they're the best shot to get to the Super Bowl from the NFC. I mean, they're the team that scares me the most as an Eagles fan. So this is a huge game for both these teams.
So I don't necessarily think the Rams need this win, because when you look at this, the Rams, they're a good team so far. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they go 7-4, they still have huge potential. Mm-hmm. So it's not like their dreams are crushed,
True, that's true.
So I mean, they have been the most improved team in my eyes.
Oh, for sure.
But the Saints, after coming back against the Redskins, I mean, I wasn't worried at all, because I knew the Saints, they were going to come back and win it.
That was a big comeback. If you called that was impressive.
I told my dad, they may be down 31-16, but they still have time left. They're going to make a comeback. What happens? They made it.
I'll have to check with your dad. I'm not sure if I believe it.
Okay. Yeah, you don't believe me, yet what happens, all the stuff happens.
Yeah, I know. And you're very honest, so I should believe you. But I might have to check with your dad on that.
Okay, go ahead. Check on it. But this week, the Saints, they are now 8-2. They look great this season.
Yeah.
I think if I'm praying to God that it's the Eagles versus the Saints in the NFC title
I'm
game.
gonna be nervous.
Which I got the Saints for that one.
See how it is.
You pick against my Giants all the time, so this
True.
is what you get.
True.
But for this game, I'm gonna go with the Saints. They may be playing Los Angeles, but I think the Saints are gonna be too much for the Rams. Here's what I think is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be the same thing like last week. The Rams are gonna lead by a huge point, and the Saints are gonna come back. They're gonna win.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints as well. I think they're just a little better. You know, I mean, their defense is playing well now. They can run the ball. They kind of like do all the things that the Rams do, but I think the Rams aren't quite there. You know, I think the Saints do all those things a little better.
Okay.
So yeah, I think even though it's in LA, I'm taking the Saints as well.
Okay. Well, I don't care who wins that game because I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yep. All right. That's it for this week.
Yeah, that's it. We're some quick hits this week. It wasn't too long. We stepped right to the good stuff, right?
Yep.
And giving people a little bit of a quick hit.
That's right. All right, folks. So, wraps it up for this week. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe out there. Don't shop on Black Friday. Okay? Enjoy that turkey, and we will be back next week even better.
See you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.